You are being watched, not by cameras, not by some faceless government agency, but by the people standing right next to you. Every conversation you have, every gesture you make, every reaction you show is being processed, catalogued, and weaponized. The truth is, most people are walking through life with their chest wide open, begging to be exploited. They think honesty is a virtue. They think transparency builds trust. They think showing their true self makes them authentic. Machiavelli would have called them lambs walking into a slaughterhouse. He understood something that most people refuse to accept. The world is not a playground. It is a battlefield. And on this battlefield, the person who reveals too much loses everything. Power is not taken from you. You hand it over, piece by piece, every single day through behaviors you think are harmless. Through actions you believe make you likable. Through habits that society tells you are good. But here is the uncomfortable reality. Likability without power is just another word for expendable. Today, we are going to dissect 9 specific behaviors that strip you of your power in public. Some of these you do every single day. Some of them you actually think make you a good person. They do not. They make you a target. They make you controllable. They make you weak. This is not about becoming cruel. This is about becoming untouchable. It is about understanding that the person who controls the information controls the outcome. It is about recognizing that in a world full of players, you are either playing the game or being played by it. By the end of this, you will see social interactions differently. You will notice the power dynamics that were always there but invisible to you. You will understand why some people command respect without saying a word, while others beg for attention and receive only contempt. But I need to warn you. Once you stop doing these 9 things, people will sense something has changed. They will not be able to name it, but they will feel it. Some will respect you more. Some will fear you. And some, the ones who were feeding off your weaknesses, will hate you. If you are comfortable being comfortable, if you prefer being liked over being respected, this is not for you. But if you are ready to reclaim the power you have been giving away for free, let us begin. Never broadcast your plans before execution. There is a drug more addictive than any substance on earth. It is called premature recognition. It is that warm rush you feel when you tell someone about the business you are going to start, the weight you are going to lose, the person you are finally going to leave. You announce your intentions, and for a brief, beautiful moment, you feel like you have already accomplished something. Your brain releases dopamine. Your chest swells with pride. You bask in the encouragement or the surprise on their faces, and then nothing happens. Because you already got the reward. You tricked your nervous system into feeling successful without doing any of the actual work. But the damage goes deeper than just stolen motivation. When you reveal your plans, you hand your enemies a loaded weapon. And yes, you have enemies. You just do not know it yet because they smile at you. Machiavelli understood that the most dangerous opponents are not the ones who openly oppose you. They are the ones who nod along, wish you well, and then quietly work to ensure you fail. Because your success makes them feel inadequate. Your progress reminds them of their stagnation. When you tell people what you are planning, you give them time. Time to prepare, time to undermine, time to plant seeds of doubt, time to position themselves ahead of you. The strategist moves in silence. The fool announces every step. There is a reason why military operations are classified, why corporate acquisitions happen in secret, why the lion does not roar before it hunts. Surprise is a weapon. Anticipation is a disadvantage. When you disappear for 6 months and return transformed, you become mythical. People do not know how you did it. They cannot dissect your process. They cannot copy your blueprint. All they see is the result, and the result is intimidating. But when you live stream your journey, when you post every workout, every business meeting, every small win, you become ordinary. You become predictable. You become someone they can study, dismiss, and ultimately forget. Let your results do the talking. Let your transformation be the announcement. The person who says less and does more will always be more powerful than the person who says more and does less. Keep your mouth shut, keep your head down, and let them wonder. Never complain in public. Complaining is the fastest way to communicate that you have lost. When you complain, you are not venting. You are not being real. You are advertising your inability to handle pressure. You are telling the world that circumstances control you, that you are reactive, that you are a passenger in your own life, and people are repelled by that. Not because they are cruel, but because weakness is contagious. Machiavelli observed that people do not respect the suffering, they respect the enduring. They respect the person who carries a heavy load without buckling, who faces hardship without whining, who encounters obstacles and either removes them or walks around them without announcing the difficulty. When you complain about your job, your boss, your relationship, your health, your government, you accomplish nothing except lowering your status. The listener may nod, they may offer some empty sympathy, but subconsciously they are categorizing you. They are filing you under weak, unreliable victim. And once you are in that category, you do not get opportunities. You do not get respect. You get pity, and pity is the most condescending emotion a human being can feel. Toward another, there is a concept the Italians call sprezzatura. It means studied carelessness, the art of making the difficult appear effortless. It is the opposite of complaining. It is grace under pressure. It is the refusal to let the world see you sweat. This does not mean you suppress everything until you explode. It means you are selective. You have one or two people you trust completely, and you process your struggles with them in private. To everyone else you appear composed, controlled, unfazed. Think about the people you admire, the ones you actually respect. Do they complain constantly? Do they broadcast their problems? No, they handle their business quietly. And because of that, you assume they have fewer problems than you. They do not. They just understand that the appearance of control is half the battle. Complaining is a leak. It drains your power. Seal it. Never lose control of your emotions in public. Anger is not strength. It is evidence that someone else is controlling you. When you lose your temper, when you snap, when you yell, when you let someone drag you into a screaming match, you have just announced to everyone watching that you are easy to manipulate. If a stranger can hijack your emotional state just by cutting you off in traffic or making a rude comment, you are not in control of yourself. And if you cannot control yourself, how can you possibly control anything else? Machiavelli warned that a prince should inspire fear but never hatred, and nothing generates contempt faster than a lack of emotional regulation. The person who explodes is not feared, they are mocked. They are seen as unstable, irrational, dangerous in the wrong way. But the person who goes quiet when angered, who stares without blinking, who lowers their voice instead of raising it, that person is terrifying, because that person is in control. When you explode, you reveal your pressure points. You show exactly where your buttons are. A smart adversary will note that information and use it against you later. They will know exactly what to say to make you look unhinged in front of the people who matter. They will push that button at the perfect moment, and you will destroy yourself while they watch. Silence is always more powerful than shouting. The pause is more intimidating than the threat. When you feel rage rising, that is the exact moment to freeze. Do not speak, do not react. Let the silence stretch. Let the other person sit in the discomfort of your non-reaction. They were expecting a fight. When you deny them that fight, they end up fighting themselves. They look foolish. You look untouchable. Master your nervous system, or someone else will master it for you. Never apologize unless you have genuinely caused harm. We live in a culture that has turned apology into a reflex. People apologize for existing, for taking up space, for having opinions, for asking questions. Sorry to bother. You sorry, but I think. I am sorry if this is a bad time. Stop. An apology is an admission of guilt. It is a submission signal. It communicates that you believe you have done something wrong, that you are beneath the other person, that you need their forgiveness to proceed. When you apologize unnecessarily, you train people to see you as beneath them. Machiavelli understood that a leader must appear nearly infallible. Yes, you are human. Yes, you will make mistakes. But you must reserve your apologies for when you have truly wronged someone, when you have broken a promise, when you have caused real harm. In those cases, you apologize once sincerely and then you fix it. You do not grovel. You do not repeat the apology. You acknowledge, you correct, you move on. But for everything else, for the everyday friction of life, for the moments when you are simply occupying your space or expressing your perspective, you do not apologize. You reframe. Instead of sorry I am late, say thank you for waiting. Instead of sorry to disagree, say I see it differently. Do you feel the shift? The first version is a plea for forgiveness. The second version is a statement of reality. One lowers your status, the other maintains it. When you stop apologizing for existing, people stop treating you like an inconvenience. They start treating you like someone who belongs, someone who has a right to be here, someone who does not need permission. Save your apologies for when they mean something. For everything else, stand your ground. Never reveal your financial situation. Money is the most sensitive nerve in the human body. It is more intimate than sex, more volatile than religion. And the moment you reveal your financial reality, whether you are struggling or thriving, you have made yourself vulnerable. If you reveal that you are poor, people will pity you. And pity is just contempt wrapped in false kindness. They will see you as less capable, less intelligent, less worthy of investment. Poverty, in the eyes of the world, is not a circumstance. It is a moral failing. They will distance themselves from you because they believe failure is contagious. If you reveal that you are wealthy, you invite envy. And envy is the most dangerous emotion a human being can feel. It is the emotion that turns friends into saboteurs, that makes people celebrate your losses and resent your wins. When you flash your wealth, when you post the cars, the watches, the vacations, you are not impressing anyone. You are humiliating them. You are reminding them of what they do not have, and eventually they will hate you for it. They will look for ways to take it from you, either through manipulation, litigation, or social destruction. Machiavelli warned never to outshine the master. The same applies to peers. Never make someone feel small by showing them how much bigger you are. True wealth whispers, it does not scream. It is found in the quality of the fabric, not the size of the logo, in the quiet confidence, not the loud flexing. Keep your finances a black box. Let people guess. Let them assume you are doing well, but never let them know exactly how well. If you are struggling, do not look poor. Look clean. Look sharp. Look like someone in a temporary tactical position, not someone who has given up. If you are winning, do not look like a lottery winner. Look comfortable. Look like this is normal for you. The goal is financial ambiguity. It protects you from the parasites who want a loan and the predators who want your position. Your bank account is a weapon. Keep it holstered. Never gossip or speak badly of others. Gossip is the currency of the powerless. It is how people with nothing valuable to offer attempt to build social bonds. When you gossip, when you talk about someone behind their back, you think you are building rapport with the listener. You are not. You are destroying your own credibility, because the listener is thinking one thing. If they talk about others to me, they will talk about me to others. You immediately become untrustworthy. Machiavelli knew that a prince must never be despised, and gossip makes you despised. It makes you look small, bored, petty, and malicious. Beyond reputation, there is a strategic error. When you gossip, you give away information for free. You leak intelligence. You lose leverage. A tactically minded person listens to gossip but never participates. You become a black hole of information. People tell you everything because you seem safe, because you listen without judgment, because you do not spread what you hear. And that makes you powerful, because now you know their secrets, you know their vulnerabilities, you know who hates who is sleeping with who is about to get fired, and they do not know if you have told anyone. That uncertainty gives you control. Never speak ill of your enemies in public. It makes you look obsessed. It makes you look wounded. If you must destroy an enemy, do it through action, not words. Do it so quietly they do not even realize it was you until it is too late. When you badmouth someone, you reveal that they have gotten under your skin. You show that they have power over you. Silence communicates the opposite. Silence says they are beneath your notice. And that is the most devastating message you can send. Never explain or justify your personal philosophy. The moment you announce your moral code, you create a cage for yourself. You give the world a measuring stick to beat you with. When you say, I never lie, I am always disciplined, I follow this diet, I believe in this system, you have just made yourself a target, because people love hypocrisy. They love watching someone fall from their self-built pedestal, and you will. Fall because no one is perfectly consistent. The moment you slip, and you will slip, they will point and laugh and call you a fraud. Machiavelli advised that a prince should appear virtuous but remain flexible. If you rigidly announce your code, you lose that flexibility. You box yourself in, you become predictable, and predictable people are easy to manipulate. There is also an element of arrogance in explaining your philosophy unsolicited. No one wants to be lectured. No one wants to hear why your way is better. It is annoying, it is preachy, and it makes people want to prove you wrong just to shut you up. Instead, live your philosophy, embody it. Let your actions be so consistent, so undeniable that people ask you about it. Then and only then do you offer a glimpse. Even then, keep it brief, keep it mysterious. The strongest argument for your way of life is your life itself, not your explanation of it, not your justification of it. When your results speak, your words become unnecessary. Let them wonder, let them speculate. Let them try to reverse engineer your system. The more you explain, the less powerful you become. Never seek validation or approval. This is the root disease. The desperate need to be told you are good, you are smart, you are worthy. We are conditioned from childhood to seek approval. From parents, from teachers, from bosses, from strangers on the internet. We perform tricks for treats. We modify our behavior to earn praise. And in doing so, we hand over our power. When you seek approval, you communicate that your self-worth is not internal. It is external. It is in someone else's hands. You are saying, please tell me I matter. And the moment you do that, you have assigned yourself the lower status. Validation is a hierarchical transaction. The person seeking it is low status. The person granting it is high status. When you stop seeking approval, something strange happens. People start seeking yours. They start trying to impress you, because you are no longer playing the game. And that makes you the most interesting person in the room. Machiavelli understood that a prince must be self-contained. He listens to advisors, yes, but the final decision is his. He does not look to the court for permission. He does not need their applause. When you become immune to both praise and criticism, you become free, because praise and criticism are two sides of the same coin. They are both attempts to control you. If you can be lifted by a compliment, you can be destroyed by an insult. Reject both. The only validation that matters is the one you give yourself. Did you stick to your principles? Did you execute your plan? Did you act with integrity according to your own code? If yes, the crowd's opinion is irrelevant. If no, the crowd's applause is a lie. Become a closed loop. Become self-referencing. Become someone who does not need external feedback to know their worth. Never expose your vulnerabilities to the public. Modern culture tells you that vulnerability is courage, that sharing your trauma is healing, that crying in public is strength. Machiavelli would call that suicide. There is a time and place for vulnerability. It is in private, with people who have earned the right to see your wounds, people who have proven their loyalty, people who will not weaponize your pain. The world is not a therapy session. It is a battlefield. And on a battlefield, if you bleed in the water, the sharks do not feel empathy. They feel hunger. When you reveal your deepest insecurities, your past traumas, your fears, you are handing people the instruction manual to destroy you. You are telling them exactly where to strike. You think you are building connection. The tactician hears opportunity. If I want to control him, I threaten abandonment. If I want to hurt her, I question her intelligence. You must face your demons. Yes, you must integrate your shadow. Absolutely, but you do this in private, in the forge of your own mind, with a therapist, with a mentor, with a journal. When you step into the public arena, you wear armor. Not because you are fake, but because you are protected. A king does not walk among the people naked. He wears the crown and the robes, not because he is better, but because he represents order. Because he understands that leadership requires a degree of separation. If you want to be respected, if you want to lead, you must appear whole. You cannot guide others through the storm if you are drowning in your own puddle. Keep your wounds covered until they become scars. Then, if it serves a purpose, you can show the scar as a lesson, not the wound as a plea for sympathy. If you stop doing these 9 things, you will notice something uncomfortable. A silence will form around you. You will speak less, react less, explain less, seek less. At first, people will ask if you are okay. They will say you have changed. You seem distant. You are so quiet now. What they are really saying is, we cannot read you anymore. We cannot control you anymore. We cannot predict you anymore. And that makes us uncomfortable. Hold the line. Do not rush to fill the silence with explanations. Do not apologize for your new boundaries. Do not revert to the old version of yourself just to make them comfortable. Because that old version was easy to manipulate. That old version gave everything away for free. That old version was an open book. And open books get read, copied, and discarded. In the silence, in the absence of these 9 behaviors, you are building something rare. You are building gravity. You are becoming the kind of person people pay attention to, not because you are loud, but because you are still. Not because you perform, but because your presence alone commands the room. You will start to see things you could not see before. Because you are no longer busy performing, you can finally observe. You will see the insecurity in the loud person. The desperation in the oversharer, the weakness in the chronic apologizer. You will see the strings attached to everyone else, and once you see the game, you can no longer be played by it. Machiavelli did not write his principles to create monsters. He wrote them to create survivors. He wrote them for people navigating courts full of snakes, for people who understood that the world does not reward the naive. It rewards the aware. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming calculated. You are not becoming heartless. You are becoming protected. You are not becoming evil. You are becoming effective. There is a difference between being cruel and being strategic. Cruelty is harm for the sake of harm. Strategy is protection for the sake of survival. These 9 behaviors are not about hurting people. They are about stopping people from hurting you. They are about reclaiming the power you have been hemorrhaging every single day through habits you thought were harmless. The world is not going to give you permission to be powerful. It is going to punish you for trying. It is going to call you cold, distant, arrogant, fake. Let them. Because while they are busy judging you, you will be busy building an empire they cannot touch, a reputation they cannot tarnish, a mind they cannot penetrate. But here is where it gets truly dangerous. Once you have sealed yourself off from the outside world, once you have stopped leaking power through these 9 behaviors, you are going to be left alone with your thoughts. And for most people, that is the most terrifying place of all, because the external noise was a distraction. The validation seeking, the complaining, the gossip, the explaining, all of it was a way to avoid sitting in the throne room of your own mind. Now the doors are closed, the court is empty, it is just you. And the question becomes, can you rule yourself? Can you sit with your own thoughts without spiraling? Can you make decisions without needing someone to co-sign them? Can you endure your own company without distraction? This is the real test. Any fool can build walls, but only the truly powerful can govern what is inside them. You have learned how to protect yourself from the world. Now you must learn how to protect yourself from yourself, because a fortress is meaningless if the king inside is mad. And that is the next level. That is where the true power lies, not in how you appear to others, but in how you command yourself when no one is watching.